Hi, hello. Welcome to Can't Draw Horses Club. I'm Coriander Dickinson, she, her. Uh, Back at it again after a week of running the midnight to 6 a.m. shift on Desert Bus for Hope. Sorry, just distracted by a Slack message. I thought it might be related to this stream, but it's not related to this stream. In the interest of making it to my next stream, because we're going to be doing a sponsored stream on CTS later tonight. I think I'm only going to go for like an hour and then have a nap, because that's just where we're at right now. People were like, "Oh, Corey, why are you doing Horse Club on Monday?" And I'm like, "I'll be fine." And I'm technically fine, but it feels like my first year of university. Like I did 3 years of college and then went to university, and then after the first semester, I found out that the other people in computing science were only taking 3 courses instead of 5 because of like the extra load from labs and projects. And yeah, yeah, doing too much does not feel good. In other news, I'm not going to be doing this today, but I was given a gift by Sarah Tony, who was our site volunteer for my data shift. Da, 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 da. This is from 1985. It's got the secrets to the horses inside. Look at that. I can draw an Appaloosa. But I'm not doing that today. Yeah, we can't have that here. No. Today, what I've done is I've gone to totally legitimate website, uh, justcolor.net, and taken one of their coloring pages that you're supposed to be able to, like, print out for the children. And I'm gonna color this first. So we're getting a touch of horse, but not the full horse. Exactly. I can color this horse because I had a lot of fun doing the Domenico's Night Market thing digitally, and I think it's kind of helping my brain sort out like the order of operations for layering colors to get it done sort of quickly, but also get a result that I kind of like. So I'm gonna start with the lasso tool. I have to decide what color horse is. Horse gets purple hair, right? That's good. I've got it just on a multiply layer above whatever layer I'm drawing on. So doodly doodly doo. Just using the lasso fill. Just getting a big old chunk of horse hair in my selection. Like that. See, it's working. The system works. Do I want music? Blah 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 blah. I think I'm gonna be like too distracted to listen to music. I don't even need to be wearing these headphones. I could just take these off. But then I can't hear myself, and that's weird. Doodly doodly doo. How much of this is hair and how much of this is flowers? It's impossible to know. The horse has very dry lips, like me. Oh no, I've clicked a button on my pen, and now color is gone. All right, cool. Let's get that back. Wait, no, select. Yes, good. Ha 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 ha. The reason I can't hear myself is that I've got my headphones hooked into my audio interface so that I get a bit of monitor, so I can actually hear myself a little bit in the microphone. And then it's kind of it's like having my ears naked during the stream is weird. That's definitely a flower down there. Let's figure out what colors I want flowers to be. Like an orange. Like a tiger lily kind of thing. Why is flower so complicated? Is this a transparent image? No, I've got it set to multiply, which makes it so that the black lines are preserved. And I'm just drawing underneath it. Like if I'm unlocking the layer, I'll put it back on normal. There, you can't see through it. And all of this is happening behind my head, so it's not even useful for you to see. Doodly doodly doo. Is my cursor on the screen? Yeah, alright. Kablam. No, color burn. Oh gosh! That's cool. That's kind of cool. It's not what I wanted to do, though. Welcome, seriously joking. At this moment, you will not find skits on this channel because I am doodling art. But there are skits elsewhere if you check the YouTubes. We still do an amount of funny things. And we recently did like a Commodore Hustle again for the first time in a while. That was neat. I wish this picture had like a jigsaw puzzle box to show me sort of where the delineation is between certain things. I'm just guessing. Does Lurbot do Crab Rave now? That's cute. This horse has like peacock doodle boppers. Is digitally coloring the same kind of relaxing? Kind of. Like there's less movement involved, if that makes sense. Like when you're coloring with pencils, you're just kind of like constantly moving your hand. And this I'm just kind of like, yeah, yeah. And it would probably be even more so if I was using like the paint bucket, right? But I'm also just kind of trying to block things out so I can separate them visually and decide what kind of colors I want. Also, it feels like there's like no risk because I know at any time I could just like erase something if I wanted to or undo. So I guess there's like maybe a little bit more freedom. A lot of like tablets have apps available for doing coloring, and those ones are just like a fill tool thing. And those are actually pretty relaxing to futz with. Like I think using the paint bucket tool would make it feel more like a kind of paint by numbers situation. Oops. And I can zoom, which is like totally clutch compared to real life. Alright, Emily, what's this ninja crawfish attack? Is this... Ah! Yep. This old lady sorting lobsters. I think if you're using a computer, you definitely want to use, like, the digital shortcuts available instead of just trying to replicate how the experience is on paper. Like, you kind of want to save yourself the strain. Hmm. Draxoff, I mean, Blender's known for for having a lot and like an inscrutable number of hotkeys. It's one of those things that people get like custom keyboard overlays for. Although the current iteration of Blender is a lot uh, more user friendly for just mouse users. I'm not using the keyboard because I am left-handed. and hotkeys are usually made with like the left hand side of the keyboard. So I have to like reach my giant arm all the way across my drawing surface. Like the the tablet has some keys on it if I want to like resize stuff or turn it around or hold down shift or something. Simply rotate my keyboard 180 degrees. No. Uh, the most fun keyboard shortcut is it was the save for web, but it's a Control Shift Alt S, so you have to like jam, just like kablam. It was just like a very common thing to do in like Photoshop for quite a number of years. Save for web claw. I feel like I need another color for some of the like extra hairs. Just gonna shift it more towards like pinky. Then there will be a nice variety. Yeah, I think maybe just like filling in giant blocks and then trying to get the smaller things out of there is probably the better tactic. You're not late, Sokar, but you're only gonna get half a stream. Also, we're being quiet because we're sleepy. How's the poster map? Try not to yawn out loud. Mm, uh, mm, mm. Honestly, starting to feel more like team take a week off after Desert Bus. Yeah, everyone gets a break. But that would probably not happen. What even is this shape? Is it just hair? Yes, I did some socializing yesterday, and that was kind of a mistake. I definitely had to like have a nap in the middle, but I went and saw the Marvels, which was kind of fun. I like all of those characters. Let's see, these doodly boppers should be yellow. What's the Corey review? I like those characters. uh, it's a goofy, uh, pretty straightforward Marvel. Uh, the song "Memories from Cats" makes an appearance in a fun way. That was probably my favorite part. Just pulling out the Barbra Streisand. And I really like Miss Marvel uh, in the comic books and elsewhere. So it was fun to have her interact with, Captain Marvel. It's just like, here's everyone with godlike powers, and then here's this 12-year-old. Yeah, Goose was there. I love Goose. Yeah, but it's also kind of like if you didn't watch WandaVision and you didn't watch one of the other Marvel movies, then like half the characters won't make any sense. Well, I mean, if you're, hip to how comic books work, it's not that big a deal to run into other characters. Just, a lot of people like to be able to point at the screen and like, I know that character. I think I still have to finish watching Loki season 2 as well. I think that dropped while I was away before Desert Bus. Uh, and I do still really, really, really want a Secret Avengers. Like, I think we need Jessica Drew for that, though. So we need more Spiders, man. I mean, need is a strong word. Uh, I'm sure they could do it without that whole side thing with the bomb, but you know, they could make me happy instead. Showrunners, if you're out there, just do what I want. I need a psychic spider lady. Yep, I'm sure we'd all be happier with the current media landscape if it was only stuff Corey wants. And not stuff Corey doesn't want. It's another important aspect. Ah, right. Figure out what I want these to be. Be red? Looks a little bit like a horrible little peacock face in there. How big is the total recording for this desert bus? Because this is like I'm assuming the longest bus we've had so far. I just want to know what our file size is. And does the torrent only include the video, or is there like a chat log file accompanying it? I've never actually looked at the torrents. Yeah, I get totally spoiled on Lure. Just, stream goes offline, I can still check all of the chat logs. I think I remember one of like the USB drives that we had came with like a player in it that had the source and the live log replay. That would be cool. Not that I want to spend the rest of my life reliving Desert Bus. Too many hours. Ooh, includes VST supercuts. That's cool. This year I mostly only watched like some of the poster moments or stuff that people in Discord were talking about, like Jacob reading the letter or things like that. I'm sure once we solve immortality, I'll be grateful to have Desert Bus's 2,000 hours, but Yeah. Just I don't know if Desert Quest could compete against slow TV for my attention. Just like why not just watch camera footage of a ferry, a very slow ferry going through like the Netherlands or something. No massive changes in audio or flickering lights. Just nice soothing boat. My favorite form of immortality in media, like presented. Uh okay, now my brain's just thinking about uh it's one of the Charles Stross books, but they upload some lobster brains to a satellite and those just go off on a journey. And that might be my favorite. That might be my favorite form of immortality, just being a lobster in space. Yeah, I think I like, the kind of immortality where your age stops, uh you heal from any wound and you don't get a disease. Um and you don't have perfect recall, like you'll forget over time. Being an immortal being that doesn't forget would suck, but if I forget, then it doesn't really matter how long forever is. So vampirism. No, I don't want to have to like drink blood to live. Me from Doctor Who. I'm trying to remember. That doesn't sound familiar. Maisie Williams. I must have missed that. I think Maisie Williams was baby when I was watching Doctor Who. I skipped a lot of the Moffat and Chibnall stuff. This week's driver cam footage is 390 gigs. Wild. That's so much bigger than the game itself. Also, kudos to whoever like tracked the crashes for the digital years and the reloads. I'm not gonna check your work, but I'm impressed. Oh no. Did Kathleen have fun with the names this year at all? Did anyone really muck up a name other than like Sucka with a V? Also, Taco died during D&D, right? Like that's just super appropriate. Jocko AAA skill issue. Oh, so Sucka wasn't the V. I wasn't watching when the name got entered, so I didn't see if it was the V or not. I just believed whoever said it. Yep, Church's fan. Both of you. uh, hive mind. Yes, chat brain. The jar I keep on my desk to keep me entertained while I work. Ian's bus stop science was fun until he got a full head. Until he was Mr. Big Britches and holding court, telling everyone how his new discovery worked, and then when I got home, he's like, "I have so many things to teach you," and I'm like, you didn't do anything. You just didn't go anywhere. For 45 minutes, we could have been driving. I think next year. Next year, I'll have all of the bus stops memorized, and it will be cool. Has anyone given the bus stops names? No, because we just, I mean, they have real life equivalents. So maybe we would just name them after the stops on the highway. But I think it would be cooler if we give them names like how happens in Le Mans. So there was one stop that I got that I was told Ian had never gotten. So I think that one needs a special name. Yes, left side night stop. Gant Jr. What if it doesn't say Gant? How will we know it's Gant? Maybe we should offer sponsorships for naming the stops. Target Kids stop. Should that be like the last one or the first one? Because that first bus stop is just real special. Did Lost Luck get the party, the after party this year? I didn't look. I was very asleep. Yeah, okay, good. System works. Alright. I'm zooming out. If I make it really small, it looks like I did a good job. Test stop, do not use. Oh, yes. Leaving the horse blank is how you end up with a horse at the end. Anyways, in favor of making it to CTS tonight, I'm gonna be calling the stream here. I'm gonna send y'all out on an advert and some bees, and then I will see you at 5. So in 3 hours. Have a good one. Oh, wait.